Hello, this is Bill Rowell, the founder and CEO of Utopian Global. I've just returned from Loomis International based in Zurich, Switzerland, where I've taken just a small delivery, a couple of kilos of silver and some gold content there as well, on behalf of one of our members, and just wanted to share with you how we receive it. First of all, to get into the vaulting facility, you have to be a director of New Golden Life DMC, or you have your own allocated account, which can be done. It's quite expensive, a few €1,000 per year, just to maintain that particular account. And then of course you have to be AML KYC approved. That's why we do it on behalf of our members, but certainly members with higher holdings can certainly do that themselves. And once you go into the actual facility, there's various layers. You never actually go into the vault. You never see that. You go through into a void area and doors behind you and doors in front of you shut down. You're then checked over, you prove your identification, and then you're taken into another room and doors shut down in front of you and behind you, and the same process occurs. And then another door opens up and only your delivery, your allocation of what you want, as per the documentation, will be brought to you. And it's brought to you in a box like this, very simple box. But it has a security seal on it and straps, which I've already broken because I wanted to check the contents, of course, before I sign for it. And what we have here is just some of our range of products. We have our King David, Silver King David, which is 3 ounces of pure silver, 99.0 pure silver, which is 93.11 grams, which is around about spit over 70 cents a gram right now. I mean, it's a beautiful collectible, actually. I really love this one. You can see the artwork there, the story of King David. We did this many years ago, actually. So that's available for our members. There's a whole story why we actually choose to do biblical collectibles. Maybe we do that on one of our webcasts one time. And then we have our Joseph collectible. You can see this is under our brand name Unique. It's an old brand name, the Gold Tribe. We've had that for many, many years. It's a half shekel weight, which is 5.7 grams. I don't know whether you can see this is a story, the biblical story of Joseph and the Pharaoh, which I believe is really important and relevant in today's times, given that most people don't save, most people live from debt. And the story, going back to biblical times, of course, shares us the story where Joseph and the Pharaoh put ancient Egypt on a savings plan of actually saving 20% of their national production. And of course, when the famine came, they had a storehouse of wealth. They had a storehouse of savings. And of course, the story goes, it was the greatest transfer of wealth in history because, most people were poor. They didn't have savings. So everything that they had, they sold, including their labor, to the Pharaoh and to Joseph, just to be able to feed themselves. And this is what it's a great lesson for us right now when it comes to COVID-19. I just dropped it, but gold doesn't break, does it? With COVID-19, most people didn't have savings. But as you can see there, it says, on the certificate, it says 5.7 grams and its purity and its fineness. It also says the certified assayer at the London Bullion Market Refinery, Argor Horias. But what's most important is it's on the actual collectible itself. You have the hallmark, which you can see, just under 2012. That's how long we've been doing this, actually. We've been doing this since 2008, actually. This collectible was produced in 2012. And you see the hallmark Melter Sayer stamp from Argor Horias. You also see the purity and its weight to 3 decimal points. So that's the story of Joseph. And we then have our 1 gram products as well. Now 1 gram of gold at the moment, a kilogram is a bit over 61,000 US dollars. So this here is about $61. So this is 1 gram, valued at $61. You can see the hallmark, you can see the purity, and also it's a unique number on there as well. This one's actually a kinnabar. You can see the kinnabar on the back, glittering in the light there a bit. So this is actually 1 gram and has a value of around, just metal value with our production cost, has a metal value of approximately $61, $62 right now as we speak. That's just the spot price, which of course no one buys precious metals at spot price. You have production costs, administration costs that go on top of that, of course. This collectible here is 3 ounces, so it's 93 grams. So it's 93 times heavier than the 1 gram. This has probably around about, I don't know, maybe 3 ounces, getting towards $70 in value. It's a lot more weight and storage room required when storing silver and shipping silver compared to, of course, gold. Now, what I will say about this shipping silver, it's really important that people understand this. This is why this person's actually personally collecting it, because when you silver is actually classified as a industrial metal for industry purposes. It has many applications. It's actually a fantastic metal, very conductive, used for sterilization as well, different things in medical terms. So it's really is quite a remarkable metal, silver. But historically, it's also been money, which is good to know. But when you ship it internationally outside of the domicile country, which is Switzerland, quite often there's actually import duties and maybe taxes involved with that. Whereas with gold, we can ship gold to many countries around the world, and we actually do not have that particular issue, which is fantastic. So I just wanted to share this with a few of your members today to show that this is one of our smaller consignments, but it's a nice consignment. Person wanted to take some personal delivery, so we're going to be meeting and they'll be taking delivery of that. I just picked this up from Loomis in this sealed container earlier on today. So with that, there's never been a better time to preserve your wealth through diversification into physical gold and silver. And the great thing is it's available to all people and it's highly liquid. You can actually liquidate back into cash very easily when it comes to, of course, precious metals. Now, when it's in your saver account, it's actually the most efficient way of doing it. Of course, once you take physical delivery of it, and if this member wants to actually sell this back to us, we actually legally have to take it back to the refinery, melt it down, get it recertified that it is pure, that's not counterfeit, and then there's a fee charge for that, and that would so you know there's a bit of a margin lost because of that particular process. But on the other side, you know, to have physical possession is also a great thing to have as well. But you just need to be able to understand that, because the reason being is that we do not ship any gold to any member around the world that does not come direct from Loomis International and the London Bullion Market Refinery. We don't touch it. This is by personal request that I've taken delivery of this one, and I'll be meeting our member to deliver that. So, and of course, all of our members are AML KYC approved. So we meet all the regulations in respect to that. We have the documentation from Argor, but also from, of course, Loomis, the London Bullion Market accredited facility that stores our precious metals for us and for you. So with that, I just wanted to share that with you. And yeah, let's just talk one more thing about silver and gold, actually. The best way to buy. Okay, on your savings account, it's a very efficient way if you just want to buy and hold for a long time and maybe liquidate. That's probably the most efficient way, because if you're taking physical delivery, obviously there's more costs and overheads involved with that, but it's positive to have some in your possession. Now, if you're looking at 1 gram, now, as you know, there's conversion fee. When you buy your gold and silver, you're buying bullion, okay? Then we have to take that bullion and convert it into a 99.9 pure product, and this one's 1 gram. The Joseph collectible is 5.7 grams, so production cost. This one here is 20 euros actually. We're charged to produce this particular one. It's a bit over, you know, maybe 23, 24 US dollars, which means if this is 61, if it's metal value 1 gram in gold, $61, and you already have 23, $24 in production costs without shipping and things, you're already putting your price over spot price up, you know, probably up towards 40%. So buying small bars is not the most efficient way, to be quite honest, because the production cost for this one is very similar to a 10 gram or a 5 gram, or even this 5.7 gram. You've got nearly 6 times more gold value, to be quite honest, and similar production costs. So it brings down your price over spot remarkably. So we have the 1 grams for people who like to take them, but it's not the most efficient way to actually take delivery and convert your bullion into the small ones. You're better off keep building up your savings plans of gold, bullion, and silver, and take larger bars. And it's the same with silver. This here is well, I've already said this is probably, let's say it's $70 in value, and it's going to cost you 20 euros, say $23, $24 in production costs. So again, you're up over a third, you're up to 35% over the spot price because of the production cost. But if you were to take a 250 gram bar or a 500 gram bar or 1 kilogram bar, convert into that, the actual production costs are only marginally more, but you have a lot more metal value, which means it brings down your price over spot, which is a smart way actually to take delivery. But again, just be cautious. If you take delivery and there's import duties and taxes on silver, which I would say over 90% of the time is actually the case, you're liable for that. So just be aware of that. And that's why most people like to store it. And as a member of Utopian Global, of course, you don't, as an active member, there's no storage fees allocated to you. It's all included in your asset accumulation subscription. Unless you're holding over 50,000, then it's only very, very nominal what we actually charge over and above that. So with that, that's it for me. Just wanted to share this brief video with you. So stay safe and well, and change your game plan. Start saving in real assets and start getting rid of that debt that you may have. Okay. Thank you.